I'll be talking about a movie that's coming out next month, 2047 Virtual Revolution. This movie is out in Europe, what I heard, in France, and I think it already have a DVD release over there. I mean, if you want to go on eBay and buy it earlier, it's your choice. But if you want, I say it's cheaper to buy it next month on video demand. That's my opinion. Now, I just saw the trailer for this actually. It's kind of weird though, and I actually enjoyed the trailer. I'm not gonna lie, man. But I noticed in the trailer, it kind of looked like Blade Runner to me, like a Runner knockoff a bit. But the funny thing is, I'm not really a fan of Blade Runner 1 or 2, so it's like, why should this bother me at all? You know what I'm saying? But all in all, fast forward, I actually enjoyed the movie. It wasn't bad or anything. There's nothing new about this virtual reality thing going on. But it's like virtual reality, but they're adding the Blade Runner elements to it. Because like the whole world's like Blade Runner like. And it's even the characters like kind of like a Blade, kind of like he plays like the Harrison Ford type of character in Blade Runner. Like he's a detective working for this agency, and he has to investigate these murders, right? And while this detective investigating all these virtual worlds and try to find out like who's killing these people, and it leads up to like this terrorist group, and then you find out that the government wants to get involved in this and kind of put a stop to these terrorists, but the terrorists have their own agenda, and let's just say it's not what you think when the detectives start finding out. And then it also kind of leads up to what happened to his woman's death, and like what really caused her death after all. But the story, at the end of the story, it kind of like pisses me off a little bit because it kind of leads to a little cliffhanger, which I kind of don't like cliffhanger endings, to be honest with you. But all in all, I mean, I did enjoy the movie though. I like those kind of those detective noir type of settings. It doesn't matter set in a sci-fi world or a horror world or even as usual the drama world. So it's kind of cool, man. I like that tough guy attitude. To get to the point, you guys like to see the action, right? The action scenes were good. There's virtual reality with like fantasy world with sword fighting play, and sci-fi world when they have like science fiction, like fighting a mech or shooting, soldiers. Those worlds I liked it too, and I liked the action, so that was really good. I really enjoyed it. The music kind of got me curious because you remember the Castlevania video game, the last two one that came out, the remake with Dracula as the hero. The soundtrack for this movie sounds just like that video game. So I wonder if the people that did the soundtrack was for the Castlevania video game with the Dracula as the lead in the remake also did the soundtrack for this movie also. You know? So I'm just kind of curious. But all in all, 2047 Virtual Revolution, hey, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I say check it out when it's released.